Now students, let us see lines and angles, 7th class. Where do we observe the lines in our daily life? See these children, we have here a playground. In this we have a flagpole and some other poles around this playground. So can you say these flagpole and other poles are in which shape? Yes, they are just like line segments or lines, vertical lines. So here we have one flagpole and 4 other poles. And not only that, if you see the ground, which is in greenish color, is also in the type of rectangle, and their edges is also in the form of line segments. So here see the road path. The path of the road is also a form of a line. So this is also one of the example. So where do we observe the lines and angles in our daily life? So see this building. So we have here some edges, 1, 2, 3, and also we have a corner angle which is 90 degrees. Now see this other building. We have left side one path and right side also one path. That is both the heights or paths are like a line segments, and at this we have angle like structure. Now see this figure. Identify lines and segments and angles. Can you say some angles and line segments in this sketch? Yeah, AB is a line segment, BC, CD. So in this figure we can write AB, BC, CD and DA up to so on. Some more are there, are examples of line segments. And next, AEB and ABC are the examples of the angles. So you can write so many other angles by saying this figure. So children, just note down this figure and practice to write all the remaining line segments and angles. Now one more, identify line segments and angles. One more sketch here. So we have cuboid and some rectangles and vertices. So now in this figure also, in the given figure, can you say some angles and line segments? Yes, PQ line segment, QR, RS, TS. Yes, in the given figure PQ, RS, ST and some more are there, examples of line segments. Whereas this one is angle UPQ and this one is angle PQR. Whereas angle UPQ, angle PQR up to so on, so many are there, examples of angles. So see children, draw this figure also in your notebook and practice to write other line segments and angles. Okay. Do you know whenever an architect has to draw a plan for buildings, towers, bridges, etc.? Yes, an architecture has to plan or draw a plan to build a bridge or tower on a paper. So the architecture has to draw many lines and parallel lines at different angles. So the children, this chapter is very useful in our daily life. So just you have to listen this chapter very carefully, and which is very easiest and interesting chapter. Okay. Now, there are different types of lines that are used in our daily life. already we learned some definitions and some basic concepts in lower classes. Just to recall them. So the various types of lines are line. See children, this one is a joining of a line is a joining of some points and which is extended in both the directions in endlessly. Line segment. This is a part of a line and it has starting from one point ending at another point. That means it has two endpoints. Ray. And this is also a part of a line and which is starting from a point and goes on endlessly in a specific direction. Angle. Yes, the unit of two rays which are starting from a same point. So these are the main basic terms in the geometry. Now basic terms in geometry once again. Recall that a ray is a part of a line. It begins at a point and goes on endlessly in specific direction. While line can be extended in both directions endlessly. A part of a line with two endpoints is known as a line segment. So till here we saw just before only, but I once again recall that. Now see this array, line segment and a line. We usually denote the line segment AB by AB and write a symbol, a small line segment on AB. And the ray AB is denoted by AB and write a symbol on a single arrow-headed on AB. And line denoted by AB and draw just a small line symbol on AB. However, normally lines are denoted by small letters L, M, N, etc. So while doing the sums in different stages, we have to use the names of lines as L, M, N, etc. We may take PQRS also. If three or more points or lies on the same line are called collinear points, otherwise non-collinear points. Say children, very important definition. If three or more points, for example, in this line AB, if you have C and D more points on that, then we can say A, B, C, D are collinear points on that line. Now, angle and types of angles. Once again, see the definition of angle. The union of two rays that are starting from a same point. There are types of angles according to their measure. Acute angle. Acute angles. If a measure of angle is below 90 degrees and above 0 degrees, then such angle is acute angle. For example, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 40, 55 like that. X is an acute angle if it is 0 less than or equal to x less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angle. If measure of angle is below 180 degrees and above 90 degrees, then such angle is obtuse angle. For example, 100 degree, 120 degree, 130 degree, 150, 170 like that. X is an obtuse angle if it is 90 degree less than x less than 180 degree. Now straight angle. If measure of angle is 180 degrees, then it is called straight angle. Reflex angle. If measure of angle is below 360 degrees and above 180 degrees, then such angle is reflex angle. That means 270, 210, 190, 300, 350 like that. X is a reflex angle if it is 180 degree less than x less than 360. Now from here onwards, very important children, see carefully. Learning about pairs of angles. There are 4 types of pairs of angles. First one is complementary angles. Second is supplementary angles. And third is adjacent angles. Fourth is vertical angles. Let us see first one, complementary angles. Yes, complementary angles are two angles whose measure add up to 90 degrees. Once again see this, complementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. In a complementary angle, each angle is said to be complementary of other when sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees. Okay children, if you take any two angles, if then sum of those two angles is 90 degrees, then such two angles are said to be complementary. Let us take an example. I am taking 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Yes, these are complementary angles as their sum is 30 plus 60, 90 degrees. So we can also say that the complementary of 30 degrees is 60 degree and the complementary of 60 degrees is 30 degree. Now let us see activity type, that is one small sum. Which of the following pairs of angles are complementary? First one, I am taking 110 degree and 30 degree. So can you say these two angles are complementary? Let us see. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then that angles are complementary angles. But sum of angles is equal to 30 plus 110 is equal to 140. Okay, so it is not equal to 90 degrees. So that the given angles are not complementary angles. Now next sum, just like it is also an activity. Which of the following pairs of angles are complementary? Yes, I am taking two angles at a time. So I called all sums as activities. Why? Because you have to draw these angles on a paper by using protractor. That's why I'm taking these sums are as activity. So children, while seeing or watching this video, you have to draw these figures very neatly and do these sums. Okay. Now solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then that angles are complementary angles. Okay children. Okay, but the sum of angles 90 plus 90, 180 is not equal to 90 degrees. So that given angles are not complementary angles. Okay, I hope you just understand very clearly all these concepts. Now next sum. Which of the following pairs of angles are complementary? Now I am taking two more angles, 80 degree and 10 degree. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then that angles are complementary angles. Sum of angles 80 plus 10 is equal to 90 degrees. So is equal to 90 degrees, so that the given angles are complementary angles. Okay children. So like this we have to do the or we have to verify the given angles are complementary or not. Just you have to add up. If you get 90 degrees, then such angles are called complementary angles. Find the complementary angles of the following. Okay, simply you have to do for 25 degrees. If a given angle is x degree, then its complementary angle is 90 minus x degree. That means you have to subtract that given angle from 90. So that complementary angle of 25 degrees, simply 90 minus 25 is equal to 65 degree. So like that, 40 degree. Again, if a given angle is x degree, then its complementary angle is 90 minus x degree. So that complementary angle of 40 degree is 90 minus 40 degree is equal to 50 degree. And again 89 degree, if the given angle is x degree, then its complementary angle is 90 minus x degree. So that the complementary angle of 89 degree is 90 minus 89. This is simply 1 degree. So children, like this you have to do any type of angle. Okay. Now if a given angle x degree, then its complementary angle is 90 minus x degree. That is simply you get the complementary angle of 55 is 90 minus 55 is equal to 35. See children, all the results are acute angles. Okay, acute angle means the measure of an angle in between 0 and 90 degrees. Just observe this point. In complementary angles, both the angles must be what? Acute angles. Now, one more important sum. Two angles complementary to each other and are also equal, then find them. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then the angles are complementary angles. Now, we don't know that angle, so that's why the given that the two angles are equal, so the equal angles measure we don't know, that's why we have to take assumption that is x degree. So let each angle be x degree. Therefore, by the definition we can add them. Therefore, x degree plus x degree is equal to 90 degree. Then we get 2x degree is equal to 90 degrees. And then x degree is equal to 90 degree by 2 is equal to 45 degree. Hence, then the measure of each angle is equal to 45 degree. So, very important some practice well. Now, supplementary angles. Yes, the definition. Supplementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. In a supplementary angle, each angle is said to be supplementary of the other. Whereas in complementary, there the two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. But here the supplementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. In a supplementary angle, each angle said to be supplementary of the other. Next, when the sum of two angles are equal to 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. Once again I recall that. So say this 120 degree and 60 degree. Can you say these two angles are supplementary? Yes. These are a pair of supplementary angles, as there is a sum 120 plus 60 is 180. We say that the supplementary of 120 degrees is 60 degree and the supplementary of 60 degrees is 120 degrees. Now, activity just like a sum. Which are the following pairs of angles are supplementary? Yes, I am taking 120 degree and 70 degree. Okay. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, then the angles are supplementary. Just simply add them. But the sum of angle 70 plus 110 is equal to 180 is equal to 180. So that the given angles are supplementary angles. That means mainly you have to do that are the given angles. If you get 180 degrees, then those are supplementary. Now, which are the following pairs of angles are supplementary? 90 degrees and also once again 90 degrees. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 180, then the angles are supplementary angles. Yes, sum of angles 90 plus 90 is 180 is equal to 180. So that given angles are supplementary angles. Which of the following pairs of angles are supplementary? One more sum. 50 degree, 140 degree. Can you say these two form a supplementary angles? Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 180, then the angles are supplementary angles. Sum of angles 50 degree plus 140 is equal to 190 is not equal to 180. So it is clear that the given angles are not supplementary angles. Now, one more important. Two angles supplementary to each other and are also equal, then find them. Yes, with the definition. Solution. When sum of two angles is equal to 180, then the angles are supplementary angles. And given that two angles are equal, so just before we saw in complementary pair, so here also we have to assume each angle as x degree. Let each angle be x degree. Now, by the definition we should add. Therefore, x degree plus x degree is equal to 180 degree. 2x degree is equal to 180. Then x degree is equal to 180 degree by 2 is equal to 90 degree. Then measure of each angle is equal to 90 degree.